explode their first nuclear weapon at Semipalatinsk in the Soviet Union. So President Truman understood that, yes, so the Russians now have nuclear weapons as well, also. So maybe President Truman thought, okay, so I cannot risk, nuclear war on the Chinese mainland,
Yeah.
And I don't know if General MacArthur was thinking in a world or global sense. I think maybe he was just focused on the campaign in front of him, the regional. So, maybe it's not a bad idea that General MacArthur was pulled back off of the war zone.
Yeah.
Pull
back. Yeah.
Yeah, pull back. I mean, come on. I mean, you don't have to bomb China. What is that? Why? For what? And, and again, so America and an American person does not see or understand the defense of a regional area in a foreign country. This is the problem that also happened, I think, in Vietnam. In Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh reached out to America after World War II, but America did not respond to him very well, and so he allied himself with the communists. And it was his goal to unify his homeland, Vietnam. So he began to do that, and he fought against the French, and the French pulled out, and it became an American war. And the American war was started with a lie. The Gulf of Tonkin incident was not true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was fixed, right? Gulf of Tonkin incident was fixed, right?
Yeah, Gulf of Tonkin incident was a lie. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
It wasn't true.
So McNamara confessed that, right? Yeah.
McNamara?
McNamara.
Yeah. But also President Johnson, American President Johnson was responsible for that as well.
Oh, Big Brother, and can you give me a Gulf of Tonkin shortly? Yeah, for the listeners in Korea.
No, I cannot right now. I need to go back. I need to read the details so that I know.
Okay. Yeah, just why you know is simply it's okay. Yeah.
But it's an example of that. Sometimes the American government lies.
Yeah.
It's an example of sometimes if the American government wants something or wants an outcome or a particular preface to go to war, the American government can lie and make one.
Yeah.
And that is wrong.
And
it has been proven, and it is bad, and it is not good. And my government has done things that are wrong and bad. And I don't like that, because the problem is that, for the American voter, the citizen, the regular American, we are not told the truth about what happens, about the motivations, about what is selfish, about what the intention is. we are kept in the dark.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem. It's a big problem. And it's not right. And that is not democracy. That is not good. So, Gulf of Tonkin incident was a lie. It was not true.
Oh.
And it was made to look like the North Vietnamese attacked a naval vessel. But that's not what happened.
Oh, naval vessel.
Naval, yeah, the Gulf of Tonkin was
naval vessel.
Naval incident, but it was a lie. It was a lie made by the U.S. government.
Ah. Yeah.
So it was a reason to send more troops to South Vietnam. That's all. It was a defense against communism.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why, also, too, I want you to watch the movie Why We Fight.
Why We Fight.
Why We Fight.
Okay. Okay.
Independent film director Eugene Jarecki.
Jarecki.
Why We Fight. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll send you this on Facebook. Hold on. So yeah, I can. I'll send you this link. This is an example and illustration of why the American government is wrong about things. All right, give me a minute. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
Okay, coming over Facebook right now.
The President of the United States. Good evening, my fellow Americans.
Oh, this one. Eugene Jarecki. Yeah. Wow. Wow, thank you, big brother. Yeah. Yeah, after this, I'll watch this.
Yeah. So this is a good example of America and our idea of war and what's right and what's wrong. But it's not always correct. It's a problem. And I think that Americans need to understand that during World War II, it was very important to defeat Germany and the Japanese, because you had fascism and big wars and people who wanted to control the world. But that's not the same as Korea. It's not the same as Vietnam. It's not the same as Iraq. It's not the same as Afghanistan. So what happened in America is that I think after World War II, there was a lot of national pride, and I think that the citizens, the people who voted, wanted to believe that the American government was always good and correct. That's not true. So what you had is a government that was doing things that it should not do. And in Vietnam, it's none of our business. If the North Vietnamese communists want to try to take over the South Vietnamese, Democrats, America should not get involved.
No, should not.
That's okay. It's all right. That's their business. It's all right. But at the time, the American government did not see it that way, and we thought that we should get involved and go to war. Vietnam was a disaster for America. Terrible.
Yeah.
The only good thing for America out of the Vietnam War, in my opinion, is that many South Vietnamese came to America. So now you get very good Vietnamese food in America.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love Vietnamese food.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
And the Vietnamese people who came to America are very good, and they add wonderful things.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. But Vietnam War was wrong, and it was our fault. Many people would not agree with me, but Vietnam was America's fault.
Right.
It's a very bad thing. And, my father went to Vietnam.
Your dad went to Vietnam? Did he?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was a draft in America. So a draft means...
draft, yeah.
Yeah, so when the government says, okay, so you
it's not voluntary military service, kind of a compulsory military service.
Right.
That's draft, right? Yeah.
So in 1966, my father was drafted, and in 1967, he arrived in Vietnam, and he served one tour of duty in Vietnam. So he was in Hue and Da Nang, and he was in Vietnam in 1968 during the Tet Offensive. And for the rest of his life, my father was scared of Asian people. Of Asian men, because my father had to fight and shoot at Asian men who were running at him with AK-47s and pajamas. He fought against not only the NVA, the North Vietnamese Army, but also the Viet Cong in Hue and in Da Nang in Vietnam. So, yeah. My father, he was hurt and wounded by the Vietnam War. He saw his best friend get shot off a truck by a sniper.
Oh.
Yeah. And he never saw that person again. He wasn't sure if that person lived or died. He didn't know. So that was my father's war. My father was a Vietnam vet. And even today in America, we have Vietnam vets who are having a hard time and struggling to keep a job or to be healthy. And also too, I have a friend, a good friend of mine. He was affected by. So there was a defoliant agent called Agent Orange. Agent Orange was a chemical that was sprayed on the jungle to make all of the leaves disappear, all of the green, all the trees, kill all the trees. And this was a dangerous chemical, so if people were exposed to that chemical, they got sick.
So called, how can I say that? The killing, yeah, those pesticide, not pesticide, those,
Yeah.
yeah,
Herbicide.
but, yeah, planticide,
So
yeah,
pesticide is for bugs,
yeah.
and herbicide is for plants.
What side? Herbicide?
Herbicide.
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 Yeah, herbicide.
Herbicide. Yeah, against plants. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, the Korean soldiers and that joined the Vietnam War. Yeah, some of them got hardly wounded by those herbicides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it causes sickness. It causes cancer.
Mm.
Causes bad things. So I have a friend here now. His name is Raymond. He's 71 years old, and he was a young Marine lieutenant in Vietnam.